All right, we are off the dome. Welcome back. It's the new channel, same show, new channel. We're off the dome. We've got AJ, Joe, Dan. AJ and Joe, first and foremost, happy 4th of July. Dan, I know this is probably still a tough day for you. So,
A little bittersweet.
Yeah, doesn't feel good.
No, AJ wore his American flag shirt for the occasion. Wish I wore mine. I feel like
Wasn't even planning on that.
Shirt.
But
no, I forgot it was 4th of July until I just said, welcome to the show, even though we are recording this on June 29th. So this is our first show in a while not going live, which I'm kind of excited about. Dan, shout out you for making the new graphic and everything. Looks real good.
Yeah, looking good. If I'm slightly more kind of low energy tonight, it's obviously or today, on the 4th of July, but we're recording kind of at midnight in the UK, so people around me are asleep or trying to sleep while I'm listing out random drafts through their wall.
Just saying stupid things that about 10 people will watch. Joe, how are you doing? Did you watch England today?
I'm trying to predict what the news headlines will be on July 4th. So
okay,
we're filming this on. Should I say when we're filming this?
I think I already said it. June 29th.
June 29th. I'm going to say that the first ever. I think we're going to get the first ever female MLB head coach manager by that time.
By Sunday.
Yes.
Progress.
Okay.
Progress.
Because Becky Hammond stuff you're seeing now has fizzled out. You know, you're going to get closer to the trade deadline, July 1st. A lot of could be the cutting board. I'll say by July 4th, there will be a female manager in the MLB.
Okay, July 4th, 2030. AJ, I think this is good. Let's all do a prediction and then we'll get into the draft. What's your headline prediction, AJ?
We'll say that Joe Biden introduces us to the first publicly out alien, and the alien makes a demonstration of getting vaccinated to show everybody how safe it is.
Okay. Dan?
Well, the headlines in the UK should be England defeat Ukraine to reach European Championship semi-final.
Yes, congratulations. I did watch that game today.
So hopefully on today, July the 4th, we would have just played the quarterfinal last night against Ukraine, and we're in the semi-final. So full steam ahead.
I'm going to say that, and this is a more boring one, but I'm going to say that hot dog sales hit an all-time high.
Nice.
That they will sell the most hot dogs. I'm going to say that this will be the headline. Stores ran out of hot dogs on this July 4th, and people are going to be eating hot dogs like maniacs. By the way, watch our last week's draft, barbecue draft. But Dan, I'll hand it over to you now. I'll still run the Google Sheet, but this is your off the dome topic today.
Yep, quite literally off the dome. There's no prep involved in the prep itself. Up to the last minute, what should the topic be? Off the dome, we've got a tropical island survival situation. It's basically Lost. You're basically in the TV show Lost. You've crashed on a tropical desert island, and you have got to have 3 people with you who are survivors. You can have so I'm assuming that there's an iPad or something with infinite battery life, and it has you can have one movie, you can have an entire box set of a TV show, and it can play an album. So it's probably going to be a digital album, but it might be a CD. You have a CD player, and then you can also have one food, which is a food item. So I won't give you any ideas, but I don't know, let's say an apple, and that will be just infinite as well on your time on the island.
So cool.
And then you can have a tool as well, which I'll leave that one up to you guys as well.
Can you eat other foods, or are you only eating this food?
Well, no, yeah. So this is because you got the tool. You could maybe think around think outside the box there, and you might be able to source some other food. but the food item will be kind of infinite. I think in
Okay.
Lost they found like a crate of, I don't know, beans or something. Had loads of baked beans in it in tins, and they lived off that most of the time. But then sometimes they caught boars and stuff like that. So, yeah, think outside the box where possible, but always, as ever, off the dome.
Okay, sounds good. Well, draft order this week, you've got Joe with the first pick, Dan with the second, so just a swap of last week, and then me, and then AJ, which means AJ, you're the first off the dome to make the list
And-
here.
And I should have been listening more intently, but as he started talking about it, my mind was just like traveling and already
Sorry.
thinking of things.
Better.
And I totally missed what you said about movies and TV shows.
So that's just like one movie that you can just watch like infinitely, and the same with a TV show.
You have a TV? You have
So
power?
yeah, you have like an iPad or something with infinite battery.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
solar powered
Okay.
iPad.
Solar powered. All right. Ah! Well then, we've got first survivor will be Bear Grylls.
Okay.
We got John F. Kennedy Jr.
I don't know how to spell Bear Grylls.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. And my dad.
Nice.
Wait, is it your dad or is this
And my dad.
your
He's
dad?
Dan, you've never met my dad. He's a
I'll put
chiropractor,
Tony Panzica.
musician, pretty good guy, but he likes inventing things, but he only gets to the prototype stage. He never actually like
No offense to your dad, and
No
I don't want to
offense to my dad.
spoil anything
Yeah.
on this, but I can't imagine a more frustrating person to be stuck on a desert island with for that reason.
but he's got a lot of ideas. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Do you want to give your movies and
Oh yeah, I'm still going. Let's say the movie will be Jackass 2,
Solid.
TV show, Breaking Bad, album Abraxas by Santana,
how do I spell that?
Abraxas.
Okay.
Food will be Rice Krispie treats, and the tool will be Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right. I guess I'm up next.
Yep.
My first survivor will be Whoopi Goldberg. Then I will go with just before Joe takes him, I'll take Daniel Day-Lewis. And then I will take man. This is so hard off the dome. I've completely lost the ability to think of anybody's name. You know what? This is gonna be very niche, and Dan's not even gonna know who this is, but I'm gonna shout out George LaRusso here. And I'm gonna take George LaRusso, one of AJ's good buddies. I have a feeling he might be going high in the draft. Movies, I will go with okay, so I only get one movie. I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park 3. For TV shows, I'm gonna go with Osborne's Reloaded, which I believe had 4 episodes. Album, I will take Vampire Weekend's self-titled album, Vampire Weekend. Food, what should I do for food? I'll do marshmallows. And
Rice
then-
Krispie treats is like half marshmallows.
It is. Should I switch that? That was off the dome. I forgot that you had even said Rice Krispie treat. Should I switch that pick?
Yeah. Give
Yeah.
us something
Okay.
else.
I'll switch that pick. I'll go with I'll go with a papaya. You have unlimited papaya. And then for tools, I will take a I'll take a laser pointer or a level. I'll take a level, like you would use to hang photos.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna go with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
I was thinking Tom Brady. And lastly, Dustin. Who was the guy that played Screech?
Oh, Dustin Diamond.
Diamond.
Dustin
Yeah.
Diamond.
R.I.P. Right?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
The movie, I'll go with Titanic.
Okay. Wait, do we get living or dead Dustin Diamond?
Living, I think living. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The TV show, I will go with Dallas.
Nice.
The album, I'm gonna go with ABBA Gold, the greatest hits ABBA album. The food, I will go with like 95% cocoa dark chocolate.
Ooh.
and the tool, I think I'll go with a power drill.
With just one battery charge?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but it's got a really it's got like the biggest battery available, but yeah, it's only got
Okay.
one charge.
Oh man.
I don't know what's worse, that or the level.
Great tools, but for the context, those are tough.
Joe, you spoke too soon last week when you said this was tough because off the dome we didn't come up with bad choices. So.
Oh, this is good. This is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
All right, survivors. We'll go with Katie Ledecky. Does everybody know who she is?
Yes.
I'll look her up.
It's American swimmer.
Okay.
The go of swimming.
Yeah.
Show me Barron Trump. And
Trump.
He's not of age. You're bringing him to this island with
What
you.
a nightmare.
This is you can have a under 18-year-old with you here.
and because
Holy crap.
we've talked about her in the past, we'll go with Betty White, another callback.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love Betty.
All right, your movie.
Movies, we'll go with the Kenan Thompson version of Fat Albert.
Nice.
Is
Shout out
that
J-Mac.
starring J Mac Slaughter?
Yeah, shout out J-Mac on that one.
Doctor.
Right.
Dr.
J-Mac.
J-Mac,
So
yeah.
you better pick that first, James. TV shows. It was 60 Minutes.
So you get the box set of 60 Minutes?
Yep. Albums, Rain in Blood by Slayer.
Okay.
It's Rain in R-I.
Raining.
Oh.
No, isn't it Rain in?
Raining.
Yeah, I think so. Come
No,
on.
it's raining blood. It's raining.
No, Rain, R-E-I-G-N, in blood.
That's
Is
the
it?
album?
100%, dude. I've heard it. Yes.
You may be right about that.
All right. They have a song called Rain in Blood. That's R-A-I-N.
Food, because you talked about it last week, and I meant to look it up and I didn't. But we'll go with the jackfruit. Apparently, it could be eaten as meat, which I'm not sure if I believe, but I would give it a try.
Shout out Dan Lennon.
And tools. Show me a arrowhead.
Is it sharp?
Okay,
It's from when was the Pilgrims?
that's one word.
18th century, 16th,
Yeah.
17th
I
century.
think it was early.
Yeah.
But
By the way, Joe, the song is called "Raining Blood."
no, but this is an
Like-
album.
It's an album.
Oh. Okay. Right. Right.
So
Right.
we just established this.
I'm on a little delay over here.
I just realized that Castaway would have been a great movie choice. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if that would have been shown as good or bad.
no, it would have been a terrible. It would have been great to put on this list, but I can't think of a worse movie.
No, I would have picked that. I wouldn't have minded that. I should say.
Okay.
We're like
All
Lord
right.
of the Flies.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you've got first pick here.
So again, this is less of two evils. Lesser is not the grammatically correct term, I don't think, but I'm not sure if it's a most less. But I'll go with
What
the
you
Swiss
said.
Army.
Least.
Yeah, least. Yeah, the least of the least of evils. That doesn't
No,
make
it's
sense.
the lesser. It's the lesser
The
of two
lesser.
evils.
No, but
Um,
it's not, it's four evils.
The least of four evils. Yeah.
It's the most
The least of four. Yeah, I
It's
guess
the
that makes
least
sense.
of four evils.
I mean, yeah, that was the number one pick. That was, you basically won the draft. Dan, what's your first pick?
I'm not sure. I didn't think that was the number one pick. I thought I
Okay.
wasn't going to get this pick because it was going to be the number one. It's got to be Bear Grylls.
Also a great pick.
I think Bear Grylls in the. I was going to pivot to the Swiss Army Knife when
Okay.
Bear Grylls was picked, but I'm very happy to get Bear Grylls in at one.
Just because this whole list is kind of shitty, and I want to shout this person out for being the best climber I've ever been around, I'll take George LaRusso with my first pick.
Damn, I was gonna take him with my pick.
Yeah,
I mean, George is
He's a
is a great
survivor.
attribute.
yeah, he's a
He
survivor.
is.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna fight you on what to do. He's just gonna help. You know,
Exactly.
He's the most loyal friend and an excellent climber.
And I mean, if there's a fruit at the top of 1,000-foot tree, I know who I'm asking to get it.
Go monkey go. All right, I guess that leaves me to pick John F. Kennedy Jr.
Great pick.
His plane went down how many years ago, and people are still saying he's alive. So maybe he's got this down pat. You know, we got, and I'm gonna take The Rock.
Ooh, eats a lot of
Take
food.
The Rock.
Yeah.
He eats a lot of food. I think his muscles are gonna atrophy quite a bit in this scenario. But he could still do a lot of work. And I mean, I got some ideas for structures and shelters. So, you know.
See, so I was thinking the other way. You want someone who doesn't eat a lot of food and who can give you a good laugh. I'm taking Betty White. It's an easy second pick.
And
for
she
me.
won't be a drain on resources for too long.
No, I mean, she's
going
to be dead in about 2
She
months
might
on this
become a
island. So,
Uh,
she's like the Swiss Army knife
you guys
of a
are
person.
starving. Everyone's like licking their chops, looking
Yeah.
at Betty.
I was thinking the same thing about like the not eating too much food. And there's a couple of
There's a
I'm torn
crackhead on this list, so
there's a what? Oh,
the
yeah.
crackhead.
So I'm thinking, based on the same kind of lines as, I don't know whether I want to take him or not. Yeah, I'll take Tom Brady because he's going to be strong, but he's not going to eat quite as much as The Rock.
Yeah.
But he's going to be disciplined, and I think he can follow a plan from Bear. So I'm taking Tom.
And Joe, you've got 2 picks.
I'll take Katie Ledecky. I mean, swimming is important.
You might be able to swim and get help.
And you know what's funny? I actually like all four of these fruit. Well, I assume I like jackfruit. I'm gonna assume I like it. But as valuable as it seems, I think that's the way to go. So I'll go with the jackfruit.
I think in your mind, based on what I said last week, you're overselling the jackfruit a little bit. I don't know that you would love it, but I think you would eat it.
I love juicy fruit.
It's nothing like juicy.
It is absolutely nothing like juicy fruit.
No, I'm
You
looking
sure
at
you
it
don't
now.
want to change that pick, Joe?
No, I'm looking
You're a
at it
pretty
now.
picky eater.
No, I love.
Going
I
with
like.
something you've never had before.
I like fruit though. I like fruit a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there really isn't much fruit I don't like. So this looks good.
Okay. All right.
I think I'm going to take Breaking Bad as my next pick in the TV shows category. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I was between the two shows. I think that one, and I'm going to go ahead and take 60 Minutes because I actually kind of wanted 60 Minutes because you get a new story I have the full box set of 60 Minutes. That's like 50 years of content. A lot of Dan Rather, but a lot of content, a lot of new interviews, a lot of stories I probably didn't even know had happened. But Breaking Bad is the most rewatchable show, so that's probably a better pick.
Really?
I think so. I think it's very rewatchable. You don't think so?
I guess I don't really rewatch anything. That's kind of why.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no Hey Arnold, but it's... AJ, you got two picks.
All right. Who's Dustin Diamond?
Where have you been today?
Screech.
I'm glad you asked. I got myself a Lomi Lomi massage, which is like a South Pacific Islander type, spiritual dance massage. It was fantastic.
Great.
But who's Dustin Diamond?
Dustin Diamond played Screech. He's deceased.
Screech in Saved by the Bell.
How do you not know who Dustin Diamond is?
The like hyper young one.
Yeah. I never even watched that show, but I know who you're talking about now. I guess I'll take Daniel Day-Lewis.
He could entertain you.
And 95% dark chocolate has like 3 grams of protein per cup. It's got a lot of very high in calories. And so having an unlimited amount of that to supply the Rock and the rest of us should be good.
Okay. Simply because I do not want any of these other people, and again, no offense to your dad, I'm going to go ahead and take Whoopi Goldberg. And no offense to your dad at all.
That's all right. He doesn't watch the show.
Yeah, same logic. I was going to take this guy anyway, even if Whoopi had still been on the board, because for the same reason you picked the guy that can climb up trees, I'm going to take Barron Trump. Because he doesn't have to climb. He's so tall that he will be able to reach to the top of massive trees.
Wow.
And yeah, he's projected to be about 8 foot by the time he stops growing. So yeah, Barron will be my 3 pick.
That's a wild pick, my friend.
I mean, I'm not even pandering. Dr. Panzika, we've had a great time. He can provide chiropractic help. He's a musician. I mean, how could that be? But I'm glad to have him. I'm not going to draft him right now, but I'm glad to have him. Man, this is tough.
I love how bad the tools were that it was the first overall pick and not another one has been picked since.
Right.
Yeah,
And the movies are pretty much all bad.
Yes.
And the albums are kind of all good. And I've never seen Osbourne's or Dallas, but I think Dallas has probably more episodes.
Figure out who shot JR.
Yeah, and I don't know. I truthfully do not know who shot JR, so I will take Dallas.
That was a good pick. They've got, I think Dallas had like 15 seasons.
Oh, and I have one
Osborne's
more.
Reloaded had less than 5 episodes.
Not really.
So, yeah.
I thought they were on for a while.
Well,
No, that was-
Reloaded.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Reloaded.
original.
series.
Oh, the
That was the
original.
reboot in like 2010.
Oh. Man, I gotta adhere to. No. Does your dad like Santana, AJ?
Sure. He's got that album up in his man cave.
Yeah,
Actually.
then I'll take Abraxas then.
Okay.
We all need to be on the same team.
Okay, I will take the Rice Krispie treats. Nice little sugar boost. And I'm counting on Bear and Tom to be able to go out and hunt for some protein. So, yeah, Rice Krispie treats will be a nice relief from all the coconuts.
I think Betty, George, and Whoopi will be counting on me to go out and hunt food.
Oh God, James.
I'm taking
Your
the
back's
power
gonna
drill.
be sore.
I know. I'm taking the power drill.
No!
I feel like if you get one
Ah.
charge out of that, one giant battery charge, I could at least
What
build a few things.
God damn.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
What are you gonna use it for? Tell me.
Well, first I'm going to use it to put up a sign that says, "This is James's hut." I'm going to nail it to a tree, and then I might use.
You don't
it
have
to,
screws. You just have the drill.
I might use it to kill a boar.
To lobotomize.
Yeah, to lobotomize Betty White. No, I don't know. I just figured I knew you were going to take it, and I knew you were going to be
Damn
really mad
you,
when I
Scuba
took it.
Steve.
So
I had a really good idea for the drill. I was going to prepare a lot of long fibrous strands from palm fronds and use the battery of the drill to like braid some cordage so that I could like come up with hundreds of feet of rope and start my colony on this island.
yeah, but if you take the level, you can make sure they're all even. The strands as you're laying them out.
Well, I'm gonna go with the arrowhead. I'll find a way to make it sharp once again, and sharp blade, sharp edge. It will definitely come in handy, splitting things and gutting fish. And then I will take Rain in Blood as my album.
I am
have
not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say we're gonna have some work to do, so might as well thrash about while we're doing it.
I'm not a fan of ABBA too much, so I'll take Vampire Weekend. One of my favorite albums, anyway.
Cool. So I was going to take ABBA anyway. So now I've got. I'm stuck with the level. I'm stuck with ABBA. So basically, I've just got a pick of a movie here. I don't know the Fat Albert one. Jurassic Park.
It's got Bill Cosby, if that does anything for you.
Jurassic Park 3 is set on an island, isn't it? Is that where they go back to the island?
Yes. Yep.
In Costa Rica or near Costa Rica. Titanic is obviously similar disaster kind of situation. I think Titanic is a longer movie, but then do we just want laughs? In which case would we just go with Jackass 2? I think I'll take Titanic. It's an Oscar winning film, right?
Yeah. Just don't let Baron around that DVD.
Around
all
what?
That nudity.
Oh
Get
yeah.
the DVD back.
He's gonna be a straight liability.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm
Actually,
telling
it's a
you.
good point.
I totally agree, AJ.
He's gonna be what? Did you say, AJ?
A straight liability at every step of the way.
You took the most pampered person in the United States.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
like 6'7" or something, and he's like 12 years old. So he's gonna be, Tom's gonna get him in line, and he'll be good. He'll come good. And Daddy will send a search and rescue party for him.
That's
as
a
well.
good. You know,
That's
what, dude?
true.
That's a tremendous point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to look for Betty. So you're right.
Or George LaRusso.
Or George. No offense, George. Joe, you've got 2 picks. I think next time, like you were saying last time, Joe, we're gonna have to just have 2 or 3 categories, so that way there's some more
Yeah.
fighting here at the end. But
I mean, I've seen Jackass 2. It's I don't remember any of the stunts, so it'd be fresh for me. The cool thing about having Jackass 2 is maybe we could recreate some of the stunts.
it's true.
So I'll pick Jackass 2.
And you got one more pick.
Well, I want to give AJ. I want to give your dad a chip on his shoulder, so I'll pick Dustin Diamond.
Consider him chipped.
Dan, who do you want to give a chip on their shoulder?
The level or ABBA.
Yeah.
I think I'll take ABBA at this point. I think the level needs to go last.
Yes. All right. I am stuck with a tough choice here between one of the least funny movies I've ever seen in my life. No offense, J-Mac. And but seeing an old friend on screen might make me too homesick. I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park. Go with Jurassic Park 3. Or at least there's dinosaurs. And they're on an island. I might learn a thing or two.
True.
Well, it seems like my decisions have been made, and that we won't be watching a lot of TV or movies. We got work to do, folks. This is, I don't know. I've never heard of a survival scenario with an iPad being available. It's a nice touch. I like it, but I don't think we'll be using ours much because I got Fat Albert and the Osbournes Reloaded.
I mean, you ended up with the worst entertainment in both categories, which is shocking.
My entertainment is nature and survival.
Yeah.
Okay, survival.
And Daniel Day-Lewis reenacting scenes from his famous movies. Well, I'm thrilled to get the papaya. I'm thrilled with that. It's my second choice for food. Dan got my first choice. Dan got my first choice in a lot of things here.
And then the level. I'll take the level.
Yeah, you can take the level. And then the last pick on the board.
Tony.
That's tough.
That's not
tough.
fair at all.
I kind of set him up. I shouldn't
That
have
is
done
not. It's just not fair at all.
It's gonna be tough if he ever watches this and see George go in the top 3.
Good. George goes in first round.
He's Mr.
Oh,
Irrelevant.
man.
Let it be known, I was proud to take him on.
So whose island do we want to go to the least here? Start with that.
I mean, I don't think I've had a papaya before, but if that was the only food source, because if you're only there for the first few hours that you're there, their unlimited food is going to be good. I mean, 95% dark chocolate as well. If that's the only thing that's available, that makes you feel quite sick.
Yeah, and so do Rice Krispie treats, though, dude. I mean, where's the nutrition value?
Are we talking...
At least the dark chocolate, we can we can mix it in and kind of dilute it with another substance.
Joe did choose the most versatile food here.
Yeah, I mean that's
I wanted that jackfruit. I tell you,
the jackfruit. Yeah, I don't know. I think Rice Krispie treats plus Bear Grylls is good. I think Rice Krispie treats and maybe any of the other combinations of people, survivors, maybe not as good, but I think Bear's got this.
So you get to eat Rice Krispie treats while you watch Bear Grylls do cool stuff.
Essentially, yeah.
Which is kind of great.
Me and Barron.
You and Barron just sitting there rewinding the scene where Kate Winslet's getting painted by Leo.
Yes.
Eating Rice Krispie treats. I like that.
Bear Grylls turns around and he's like, you just got ABBA blasting, and you're like, is anyone gonna help me make fire?
AJ, I feel like every time
I'm getting a
Every
little too
time someone
excited
picked
here.
something, it was exactly what you had wanted.
I know you guys kept beating me to the punch, but you know what? I'm happy with my lame entertainment. I am happy with my chances of survival. And I don't know why you're asking, which island do you want to go to? We're not like, setting up a hotel here.
I
We're
said the
trying
least.
to live.
Which one would you want to survive on the least is what I said.
Well, I think it should be who's gonna survive the longest.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is what is
I-
the purpose of this?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to survive the longest here? I'll throw my vote in for Dan just because of Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to make a level work as the only tool on the island, it would be Bear Grylls.
He could use the little bubble to basically make a boat. Like that little bit of air is going to make a boat float. It's like a scuba device. But yeah, I still think Bear was the number one pick. I think Swiss Army Knife is good in certain hands. I don't know if Katie Ledecky, Dustin Diamond, and Tony. I don't know Tony, but Dustin Diamond's a liability.
Well, he's fun though. It's almost like I have a medical professional, I have fun, and then I have one of the greatest athletes on.
I like that he's fun.
Dustin Diamond's fun.
Yeah, no.
You gotta have morale. You're not going to survive this scenario without a boost of morale.
Right.
But if he's only trying to crack jokes and not help, you're gonna have a bad time.
Listen, I'm one of the least resourceful people I know. I think that my island, we're dying quick, but we got a lot of 60 minutes to watch. We've got Jurassic Park 3, which is abysmal. We'll be listening to some Vampire Weekend and having fun with the power drill, just knowing that AJ doesn't have it and making us happy. So, yeah, I think I
would
honestly
honestly
die the quickest.
I would love to just be a spectator on your island, because it's gonna fall into chaos so fast.
Yeah.
You
We'd be trying to have a day of fun, and I'd have to climb up and get George off the rocks. We're trying to jump into the water, just have a day of fun. And George has been standing up there for 4 hours. That's gonna be most of.
He's only brave until he gets to the top, and then he gets too scared to come down. So it's like, George.
We lost George in the tree as he's trying to get us some fruit for dinner. So yeah, no, but I'm happy. I love spending time with George. I'll get some good jokes from Betty until she dies in a few days, and yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. Who can complain about that? Dan, this was a good off the dome draft. Like this a lot.
Yeah,
this a lot. We'll put it up to a Twitter poll. I know we kept saying it was July 4th. Maybe we should. We'll release it July 4th. We'll have it go out July 4th.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, at this point we've said it so much. But we're doing this live as always. So yeah, I guess. Oh, I want to just shout out real quick. We mentioned it at the end of last episode. But AJ's bit on my last burger review was one of the funniest moments of YouTube history. So highly recommend. I guess we could put the channel here. I think people could click on it. We've got burgers and trivia. Dan, why don't you put your channel in here too? I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, link it up.
Yeah,
trivia too. I was just watching some of the other trivia episodes, and it's just a good time. It's normal everyday people trying their hand against other normal everyday people. The questions are good. I like it.
I actually just got hired as a bar trivia host.
Yeah.
In Dallas and Fort Worth, and I can't wait.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very excited about that. Get a $25 food voucher every night, and then minimal pay, so it should be good. But yeah, let's wrap it there. We'll be back next week. Let's decide right now, Joe or AJ, who's coming with the topic for next time.
I'm probably not going to be here next week. It's my birthday weekend.
The following week. Oh, following July 4th, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll find a time to record. If not, AJ, it sounds like you're doing the topic, and we'll get a guest on. We'll get a guest on in lieu of Joe. But thank you everyone for watching, and at least 3 of us will be back next week. Happy July 4th.